Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Thronebreaker, and we just fended off a Nilfgaardian attack at Dravigrad Castle, and we have not yet seen what is next on the agenda. Apparently, we are headed to Lyria's capital, so let's take a look here. It appears as though that will send us over in this direction, and, I mean, based on how that's looking like that's in the bottom right corner, maybe the last main quest thing that we have to do in this entire area. So that's an encouraging sign. We're making some good progress here. Other than that, though, let's just take a moment to make sure we are looting up everything there is to loot up. And also, can we still go back in this direction? So I thought that there were potentially... Yep. Thought there might have been some people that we'd not yet gotten the chance to talk to over here.
Kings and emperors fight. Leave the common folk to tidy up. Never damn changes. Ever the same.
Ooh. Sorry?
Saved us, and not a moment too soon. From death. And fate's worse than that, I'd say.
Okay. Sure.
Saved us, and not a moment
Okay, looks like that's all they have to say.
From death. And fate's worse than that, I'd say.
Can we go in at all, or are we basically just out on the outskirts of the castle now? It seems like that might be the case. Not sure we can actually get in from that angle at the very least. Well, let's... I mean, we can try looping back around, right? But I don't think there was a way in from over here. Looks like this is also closed up. So let's head onward in that case. And it looks like we have a notice board over here.
Golden armor, golden hair, reeks black clouds like rain. Meve.
Alright, and we now apparently have a fan club, so that's cool. We may be able to learn a lot more by checking this out here. Got a point of interest, as well as, well, is that really the only thing we learned about? It might be. It actually might be. Because, nothing else popped up. So, okay, sure. I mean, this looks like a somewhat significant location here, as well as, obviously, little villages along the way. So, let's see. Maybe we can chat with them. My lady, the villagers fear an attack from Nilfgaardian marauders. They ask that you order a group of soldiers to remain to offer protection. Okay, so what we can do is we can sacrifice a couple of troops to increase our morale, which at the moment is high, so that's not really necessary. Though we could give them troops and instead demand coins, or we can just say, no thanks. And so, like I said, because we already have high morale, no thanks to this one. For this one, matter of, do we prefer the recruits, or do we prefer the coins? I think that, generally, in the past, recruits have been worth more than 70 coins apiece. I think they're a little more valuable than that. So, I think we probably pass on this one. You know, if we were desperate for coins, or morality, then, and morality, we might go this route, but I think we let them find shelter behind Dravgrad's walls until the situation is calmed. And, well, apparently they have found that cover, because, well, they're not here anymore. So in some ways, I guess that's a good sign. Now we got a little more loot here. Anything else? Oh, here as well. Okay, and here as well. So I think we still were in a place where we didn't really have much of anything from an upgrade standpoint that we were trying to save up for. So, alright, in many ways, we're kind of just looking for the next big thing. Okay, got another fast travel spot. That's cool. Anything over here of note? Well, more loot. Wouldn't say no to that. Even if we don't have anything in particular that we're trying to save up for at the moment. Ooh, what about this guy? My lady, the owner of the mill has said the collection of gold was a trying task, but he offers it to you for the betterment of the army. What? He's just offering us monies? We can do that, or we can instead say, nah, you keep it. Or share it with our soldiers, I suppose, and increase their morale. But again, we're doing very well from a morale standpoint, so I think we just take the monies. And can we still chat with him?
Proclaim week of the Badger.
Oh, okay. Apparently, it is the week of the Badger. The more you know. Actually, can you say more?
All Nilfgaardian dwellings increase population.
Okay.
Shadow of Death's fallen o'er Lyria. Tribes of the south this way come. Price of loyalty is high, high, high. Astrologers proclaim week of the Badger.
I was kind of curious to see if you kept on talking to him, if you changed what week it is. Now, still week of the Badger.
Strange boat floated past. Thought it imperial, but it flew not black sails, but red ones. Deep red, like blood.
Huh? Do we know anybody who will be using red sails? Not sure if we do.
Where's Yanko? 'Twere dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned.
That doesn't sound good.
Where's Yanko? 'Twere dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned.
Alright, I suppose maybe there's a chance we could find him.
Horns sounded. Meve recognized them at once as those of the Lyrian vanguard. She drew her sword and prepared to face the invader. Yet coming down upon her force were not Nilfgaardians, but bearded warriors clad in leather, horned helmets on their heads. This was not so. The queen could not believe her eyes.
Skelligan Raiders.
Oh
This
no,
far
Skellige?
But this was no time to be bewildered. Meve spurred her horse. It neighed and reared, and then the twain leapt into the fray.
Not even Nilfgaard. We got ourselves a battle. Special rules. Okay, let's see. Skelligers fight differently than other folk of the north. With a song on their lips, they throw themselves at enemy's sword and axe. With an eager smile, they welcome barrages of arrows, shrugging off all wounds. It is no small feat to best the Islanders in battle, and yet it is possible, as Meve was about to prove. Okay, so it looks like our primary objective is win, and then our optional objective is to eliminate Lippy. I can't help but notice. Sure, there are special rules, yes. I mean, I suppose that's probably just to, optionally eliminate Lippy. But, 150. 150. Is that, just a random number you threw out there, or is that actually how much power he has? Because that's a little bit of a concern, if we actually have to deal 150 damage to him. That seems kind of difficult. But, alright. Okay, here goes nothing. Alright, so yeah, it is a shortened battle. Just one round. But remember that. And let's see. I'm afraid he does, in fact, have 150 power. After one turn on turn start, force the highest unit to damage Lippy by its power. Then Lippy damages that unit by his power. Okay, so I was gonna say, there's no way we can destroy this guy unless there is some specific rule he goes by that applies more damage to him, and it does seem like that's the case. So it seems like based on that, we're gonna want to have basically just a bunch of really high power units out there, and sure, he will destroy them, but that's probably still the best way to damage him. And so I have been somewhat critical of the Lyrian Scythemen as of late, because they just put up a lot of points, but they don't usually damage opposing units, which is typically a little bit more relevant, especially for special objectives like this. But on this occasion, that might be different. Actually, hold on. What is the timing of this? On their turn start. So that means we can play Lyrian Scytheman, and then if we use our leader ability after that to boost it up, then it's the number that it reaches at the end of our turn, and therefore at the start of our opponent's turn, that will determine how much we damage Lippy. So, I mean, maybe still not quite as good as an Arbalist, because the Arbalist has the, well, as long as we have more units out there, the Arbalist probably is still stronger, because it deals the damage as soon as we play it, and then when we use our leader ability, it also deals even more damage. Not as much, but this is probably just going to apply once, whereas the Arbalist, assuming we have the chance to use our leader ability multiple times, will probably get the chance to apply that damage multiple times. Whereas this guy, I imagine, if it's the highest unit out there, it's going to get immediately destroyed by Lippy. Whereas these guys might not necessarily be the highest units. So, I love that we got Raider. That's definitely big. Although, does mean that we'll want more units with orders. I don't think we want... Well, I would have said we don't want the field medic, because what are the chances we'll get something out of our graveyard? But, then again... Oh, no, don't finish. If he's damaging one of our cards and hitting it with 150 power, or thereabouts, every turn, probably going to get some things in our graveyard. So, actually, field medic might not be a bad idea. So I don't know. This one's going to be interesting. Wakenberg, I feel like is not going to be fast enough. Normally would be our best source, one of our best sources of damage, but it doesn't have a lot of power by itself, and I think because that damage from Lippy is going to happen every single turn, Wakenberg is going to go down pretty quickly. So I don't think we go for this, strange as that sounds. And potentially even another field medic, just to get even more units out there. It could work, because again, I think we're going to get a lot of stuff in our graveyard. Regiment Drummer is an interesting one, because are we going to have enough time to actually use this order ability? We may not. We may not. So... I don't think we want this, come to think of it, because, remember, Restraint means that we cannot use this on bosses, and that is definitely our focus here. So, I don't know, I feel like the Regiment Drummer might be the card that we are least looking to have here. Definitely not the Pikeman, though. Definitely not the Pikeman, though. War Wagon, I mean, if we still had a Wagenberg, might have been a decent way to power that up, but I mean, it does give us more units, so means that at least when Lippy does damage something, it's not going to destroy our only units out there, which can help to set up the Lyrian Arbalist a bit. Alright, well, we do get a Wagenberg.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea Raiders here.
Yeah, it does seem strange that Skellige is deciding to attack us when, well, it seemed like our primary concern was, of course, just Nilfgaard. So, it is good timing for them to piggyback off of the Nilfgaardian attack. It is terrible timing for us, of course. But, okay. So, what I think we want to start off with is... Could go with a Scytheman just to immediately get one out there as soon as we use our leader ability. Short term, at least maximizing our damage for this first turn is probably best to do that. Whereas, longer term, I would like to get a War Wagon down there to set up Wagenberg. Well, and again, Wagenberg, I don't know. We kind of didn't want this at all, but I think we got it at the very end. War Wagon would be more so to set up the Arbalist. But let's try this. And let's see. Are we gonna change rows at all? No, I don't think so. Yeah, actually, talking about dueling, that is basically what Lippy does here, is he duels the highest card. And actually, come to think of it, hold on. That could be their own cards. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be ours. So in some ways, this first card we play is definitely gonna be the one that duels him, because obviously they are not gonna have any other cards out there. But after that, once they've at least taken one turn, we could try to sneak in a small unit like the Wagenberg, see if we can get that to stick and build up some armor to deal some damage. So yeah, I think in that case, let's just go with the Scytheman for the short-term damage here.
My spirit's willing and how, but
Understanding that Lippy is absolutely going to destroy him. But it's 11 points, so that's at least some damage. Well, I'm curious to see what they do. If our ally takes damage... Oh! Boost this unit by 1. That's actually kind of helpful. If we use that as the way to damage Lippy. I mean, short term may still be better to focus on just playing big units. But, ooh. What if we're tied for the highest unit? Then who does the damaging? Because... You're 4. Wagenberg is also 4. I'd like to play Wagenberg as quickly as possible so we can load up on the armor. But of course, if it gets immediately destroyed, it's useless. So, we could... Yes, we could use the field medic, but I'm not sure we are a huge fan of that here. I mean, our remaining Lyrian Siphon, I was going to say we'd use when we're about to trigger our next leader ability, but we have a few turns before that's going to happen. So, I think we go for, he's just an Arbalist here. Deal some damage. Of course, it'll be to target Lippy. It's not going to be a lot because we obviously don't have a lot of cards out there at the moment, but it's a way to deal a little bit of damage even without using our leader ability. Understanding that we are going to have this next card get destroyed whenever we play. So we'd like for it not to be the Wagenberg yet, but I think we just need to buy a little more time. Then the On-Crate Marauder will get boosted, and then on our next turn it'll be safe to play the Wagenberg. So I think we go for that. Yeah, because now you're 5. So, of course, not the best in terms of dealing damage to Lippy in the short term, but again, just trying to buy some time. So now let's play the Wagenberg. And we're really hoping that they just have a whole bunch of these guys and not really anything else. Because we want this guy to stay and remain the highest power unit. Well, actually, I mean, they're going to damage each other, right? So, hold on, let's see. You'll go down, but now you are still the highest unit out there. Whenever an enemy takes damage, boost this unit by 1. Okay, it does seem like that's the theme here. People take damage, these guys get boosted, and so I think we continue to try to use these guys to damage Lippy rather than sacrificing ourselves. Or we deliberately take this opportunity to play, say, a War Wagon and at least power up Wagenberg a little bit with the armor so that it can, well, deal some damage with its order ability. That might be worth doing here. Let's double check what our options are for using the medics, but I don't think we want those yet. So I think we probably do go this route here. Except now I'm wondering, do we potentially play it in the range row and then move in the light infantry? No, I don't think so. We might use Reynard to help move them back in. We'll see. Let's go for this.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
And 4 damage is, of course, not much compared to the 119 life that Lippy has. So that's not going to be a humongous deal, but we might still want to do it now on the assumption that, you know, when we use Reynard, we'll have the opportunity to reset this order. So I think we go for it. We'll boost these guys, and War Wagon will be the next one to go down, but that's not the end of the world here. It's 9 power, so it is doing something there.
We'll ransack your temples, wipe ourselves on your investments. For blood!
Okay, that's fine. So now let's see. We do have our leader ability back. So I think on this occasion, we go back to playing a Lyrian Siphon here. We do this, boost it up with our leader ability, and of course deal the damage to Lippy. And I mean, these Marauders, Axemen are almost powerful enough to overtake Lippy, or overtake Lyrian Siphon as the strongest unit. But let's move these guys now. Then we still... Hold on, if we've already used your order ability, do you still gain armor? I think you do. We don't need to, like, immediately reset you with Reynard.
There's a time to reap, a time
Yeah,
to
still gain
sow.
armor? Okay, cool. So now, damage you. And these guys will duel. And of course, if it's not clear, we are absolutely focusing 100% on taking out Lippy,
Promise you a quick death.
rather than just trying to outscore them, which I think would be difficult, as we are seeing here. Oh, they actually... Oh, hold on. Damage an enemy by 2. If it was destroyed, boost self by 5. They did destroy a light infantry, and when they did so, it damaged a random unit. It might have even been this guy, the Skelligan Hunter. But it does get him boosted up, so now he will likely be the strongest unit out there for this next turn. So I think what we do is... We, of course, do want to make sure that we get Reynard down there in time to reset the Wagenberg. And in some ways, we'd like to make sure we get the light infantry back into the melee row before it gets destroyed, so that way we still get a little bit more armor for the Wagenburg to work with. Although, is there anything we particularly like to decoy? I mean, Raynard, probably. So, okay. Let's try this now.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
And we could use this ability right now, but we can wait a little bit, because it's not, the Wagenburg is absolutely not the highest unit out there, so this will be an interesting test. Does Raynard go down here, or is it the Skelgen Hunter? Because they're both tied for the highest unit outside of Lippy. Let's see. Okay, it's them. They're the ones that went down, and so now it'll be this Marauder.
Blackhand's taking on new swabbies. What do you say?
So, these lines are also in Gwent, the multiplayer game, and that might be one of my favorite ones in the entire game. Just love it. But, let's see. So, other than that, I mean, now we do have some units out here in the melee row, so it might not be a terrible idea to go with the Lyrian Arbalest, and it does also have a loyal ability that applies some damage, so it's not a terrible thing to get you down there before we use our next round of our leader ability. So, I think we go with this. And, of course, damage Lippy in the process. And we can basically wait as long as possible before using this Wagenburg ability now, because there are enough units out there that are higher than it that I don't think that's going to be a problem. And it might get destroyed. So now, speaking of getting destroyed, Lippy is seemingly pretty consistently damaging them, although now Raynard might be the next to go here, unless we start taking a lot of damage, but I don't think that's going to happen quickly enough for this guy to overtake Raynard. Hit himself by 3, then boost the unit in hand by 3. Huh. Okay, as long as you're not healing Lippy, that would be catastrophic. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they did. So we could take this opportunity to actually decoy Raynard, so we get him back. I think that might be the plan here, because we were saying we would probably want to replay him to reset this Wagenburg ability. So why don't we do that? And that way we can continue to have them be the ones taking the damage rather than us. Not that that's a huge factor when we're pretty much committing to taking out Lippy rather than outscoring them, but let's go for it here. So he's at 52.
You've got stones, wench.
You sure about that?
What is it?
Ooh, don't like that you're damaging the Wagenburg, though. Yeah, so, it's at 52 with 3 cards left here. We do have a leader ability as well, but, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, I think. So let's go... we are going to have our leader ability here. So... we could potentially get a Scytheman back with the field medic. I think we try this.
Tell me you jest.
And it's, okay, it's the War Wagon, actually. It's not a terrible thing. So that will give us a lot of damage with the Wagenburg. So let's go with that. And understanding that we will want to use Raynard to reset this order ability. That's probably going to be our next turn. But I don't know. It's going to be kind of close here. 33 with just 2 cards left.
Odds are blowing.
Not sure if we're going to get it. The random damage from light infantry, unfortunately, is hitting the wrong guys, but move you out. And play Raynard again to reset the order abilities.
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Oh, I forgot about this guy. I thought it got destroyed for some reason. Okay, so that is unfortunately 1 damage we left on the table here. I would like, ideally, to wait to use this order ability until we have our last turn with the field medic and see what we get, and maybe we can play more units in it. I mean, obviously we can at least play the field medic in this row, but, Of course, they could potentially damage him, and in doing so, would remove the armor. But I think we maybe take that risk. I think we do. And are we gonna get? We are not gonna get another round of our leader ability. Okay. So, end turn here. 14 damage is a lot. It's not quite enough, though.
You wanna pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Okay, so that was the last of their cards. This will be the last of our cards. So, I think what we do here is let's move out the light infantry, and let's play the field medic. So we're running out of space in this row.
Want of me?
We get the Scytheman. Ooh, okay, the timing is not great. Timing is not great because, of course, we needed to get the leader ability to boost you up. Otherwise, you're not going to be the strongest unit out there. It will instead be Raidered. So we do this. Then it looks like we are going to be 5 power short. I'm fairly certain. Although we do actually have more points than them. Ooh. So we're going to win, surprisingly, which is not what we were trying to do. We were just trying to destroy Lippy. But, so in that case, is there any downside to winning the quote-unquote normal way rather than actually destroying Lippy? You know, did we get a bonus for taking out Lippy? Because I'd like to do that. As I said, that was originally the intention, but I don't think it's going to happen here. There's nothing less that we can do, but I mean, I suppose we'll still win.
The Skelligers fought hard, fought bravely, brought mayhem. Yet the Queen's ordered, disciplined force won the day. The islanders seemed entirely undismayed at their defeat. A trait of theirs, I must admit, I've ever admired.
Well, you're right scrappy for landlubbers. Lippy Gudmund applauds you for your pluck, Queen. When we sup, me and the lads will drink your health.
Okay. Sure. And we got a card for it. Marjoram Bear. Okay. Oh, okay, so we can punish the Raiders, of course, well, they attacked us. Or we can turn the Skelligers against Nilfgaard? Well, I mean, that certainly sounds intriguing. I mean, to what extent can we trust the Skelligers? They are, of course, raiders that just tried to attack us, so a minute ago they were our enemies, although Skelligers, I mean, they aren't on Nilfgaard's side, so we could try. I say it's worth a shot here. Now, of course, they're going to turn around and stab us in the back. It just doesn't really seem like the Skellige style from what I do know about them from playing The Witcher, so I'd say we'll give it a shot.
We shall yet see, sir. We must know something first. What brings you this far inland? What drove you from the sea?
Meve asked, crossing her arms.
Ha! What always drives us? Looting and pillaging. The coast
Okay,
is
fair enough.
since long, so we set our longships up the Aruga for gold and glory.
Amusing. I always assumed you to be honourable folk.
And who dares to claim elsewise?
Ooh. I would say then there's fighting words, but then again, we just fought them. And, you know, the whole question of honorable, dishonorable, when we're potentially trying to recruit them to our side.
Your very actions do so. You've attacked a land preoccupied, a land already at war with invaders. But I suppose it makes sense. You've ever feared to attack Imperials.
The Queen prodded gently.
What did you say, wench?
Gudmund had quickly
Oh,
turned
I see
red
what Meve's
with
doing. This is
rage.
clever.
I'll prove just how wrong you are, I will. Why? We'll be drinking mead from Nilfgaardian helmets for sundown. Follow me, lads!
Meve smiled as she watched the islanders gather their gear and prepare to march.
Well done,
She doubted
Meve.
not in the least that Gudmund would honor his pledge.
Well done. Good old-fashioned reverse psychology. You love to see it. Alright, well, an interesting battle at that. I mean, we did get a reward at the end, so maybe just winning was enough for us to succeed there. We didn't necessarily need to actually destroy Lippy to get a bonus of any sort, because maybe we got that anyway. But I suppose either way, we'll clean up our scraps here, get some loot. And it's been a while since we've seen one of these banners for recruits, so happy to see those. For sure. +7 as well. Ooh, gets us up to exactly 100. Very cool. Other than that, still a little bit more loot to be had here. But,
Here the damage seems not so great.
oh,
It appears Nilfgaard's not yet turned its forces towards the capital. We're likely to encounter no more than pathfinders and foragers.
So I hope.
okay. That's a good sign. If they were attacking the capital, then, well, I imagine that's Probably going to be changing sometime soon, of course. But, that's a good sign that they haven't already done so, and, I mean, if we arrived at the capital and it was just in rubble and flames, then that would probably be a problem. That would probably be an issue. We have another fast travel spot over here. I mean, it's not very far from the previous fast travel spot. We do also have this fortification of some variety that we'll want to check out, and point of interest down here. Don't think there was much else in the area that we just went past other than just, obviously, that fight, and a little bit of loot on the side of the road. Anything... Oh, hold on. Hold on. A little bit more here. Don't think we've seen any golden chests recently either. Does make me a little bit suspicious. Oh, hold on. Hold on! Hard as a rock. According to legend, a mage by the name of Cornelius the White once lived in Cridham. Following a conflict with town elders, he was forced to escape with haste. Before fleeing, however, he first hid his entire fortune in a nearby crevasse. Aware other residents would seek the treasure for themselves, he dared not leave it without a guardian. Okay, it is a puzzle. We have to eliminate all foes, and it is a shortened battle. Okay, let's start it. You surprised me. I did not see it coming. I saw the little rubble. It's like, oh, maybe we loot this. No, I'm afraid not. But yeah, only one round. Let's see. Eliminate all foes. If there are 3 or more copies of this unit, combine them into a lesser Dao, which is 5 power. Okay. So it looks like we just want to destroy all the boulders in existence. Death will spawn 2 lesser Dao. What? What? And if you destroy the lesser Dao, it creates more lesser Dao? What? So we need to immediately destroy it, otherwise it's not going to work. Otherwise it's just going to be a never-ending string of them respawning.
One bolt.
We win? Question mark. Oh. I didn't read about the boulders. Oops. If there are 3 or more copies of this unit, combine them into a lesser Dao. Oh no, death would spawn 2 boulders. Wait, no, that's... What? What? Hold on. How do we not turn this into a never-ending loop? We destroy the boulders, turns into more boulders. If there are 3 or more copies of this unit, then they create a lesser Dao. Also, the music has, for some reason, disappeared. I'm not sure why. But if we create a lesser Dao, and it creates 2 lesser Dao, and then they're never gonna stop. So, what? How do we avoid that? Hold on. Destroy the unit to right and boost self by its power. If it's an artifact, boost self by the current power instead. Wagenberg can damage everything in a row. Reynard. Huh. Huh. This is odd. So clearly, there's just some answer to this that I'm not currently getting. Let's end our turn. Today, yeah, the music just completely gone, isn't it? Okay. Sure. So, I think no leader ability either. I think we go Wagenberg here. And what we can do is we can use the Wagenberg to damage multiple cards simultaneously. So that's what I'm thinking of. But, like, if we do this,
Can't take it anymore.
and at least get armor, we could destroy both of them. But, hold on. Spawn the boulders. Get enough boulders, spawn the lesser Dao. There are 3 or more lesser Dao. Combine them into Dao. Oh, do we need them to form a Dao? Okay, maybe that's it? Maybe that's it. I'm guessing that's how it works. Okay, so in that case, we need to do this. No, oh no, okay. Yep, lesser Dao. Then, 2 turns, turn start, destroy. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow. Sure. Sure. Move these guys.
Give me
Oh, hold on. That's not enough damage. That's not enough damage. let's get another card out there, just so that we can deal the damage, enough damage with the Lyria and Rivia to destroy this lesser Dow. So, in this turn, I think we needed more. Did we need more boulders? I think we needed more boulders at the beginning. Do this to destroy you. You'll create 2 lesser Dows, but we need you to turn into a full Dow. So what we need is to go boulder, lesser Dow, full-on Dow, and then if we destroy the full-on Dow, then we win. That seems to be the answer. But, not sure at this point if we're going to have enough time to make that happen, because we needed to set ourselves up to create more lesser Dows so that we could actually create a full-blown Dow. So, well, yeah, I think so. I think that's the answer. Because then if we do this,
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
sure, move you back. But then, you know, we damage you guys, both go down, form a big Dow, yes, but now we don't have a way to destroy you. So our timing was a little bit off there. So we are not going to succeed here. Okay, let's... Hold on. We restart. I actually don't know why the music went away. I'm very confused. But, okay, so I think what we do... is... Right, boost self-bites power. If it's an artifact, boost self-bites. Current power instead. Just not sure how the forgers fit into the equation, other than just giving us more units to work with to deal more damage with the Arbalest and Wagenberg. So, I think we go Arbalest first. Immediately get rid of you. Then we just don't have a leader building. Because we only have 3 cards capable of dealing damage, right? The Arbalest and the Wagenberg. So we go. We need to do. Wait. Oh, unless we deliberately have the War Wagon light infantry get destroyed, which might be possible because the Greater Dow destroys all units. Okay, that might actually be needed. So play you. Then let's play at least you to get the units out here.
You can try to win them all.
This gives us enough damage to destroy these boulders, which I think we need to do. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to take them both out simultaneously. That's enough to create a lesser Dow. Then we need to destroy that lesser Dow. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use the Lyria and Rivia first. Okay, we might still be able to do it if we go foragers here. It's going to take a little longer. Because now we do this. Get rid of you. That creates 2 of you. That's still not enough. So now we need to go with Forager. And I already forget. Does Reynard immediately give these guys Zeal when he reactivates their orders? He does. Okay, good. Otherwise, we have no chance. But so that's the damage. Get you guys out and create the Dow. But then what I was saying was, yeah, we need this to happen. We need this to happen faster, is the thing. Because then the light infantry, yeah. So it's the light infantry are going to be the ones that finish the job. Because they go down, they'll deal 10 damage collectively. So it actually was just that delay that we had. We just need to go faster. Okay, I think we've got it. I think we've got the right idea. Okay, so let's go you first. Just need to be basically dishing out the damage as quickly as possible. So then not you. Not you. You. Okay. Then we need damage as quickly as possible, so let's go War Wagon here to give us enough damage.
You can try to win them all.
To do this, destroy all of you. That gives us 1 lesser Dow. Now we need to immediately destroy you. This is where we erred last time. So let's do... Don't move these yet. Do this. That's the difference. Gets both of you guys down there. So then what we need is to do... let's see. This now does work. Let's reactivate Reynard.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Use Reynard to reactivate our other order abilities. And... Oh. Are we gonna be... Gonna be 1 turn too slow here? Hold on. We obviously need to play this guy and have the damage to take these guys out. We do this. That creates the Dow. Yes. But then we play the Forger, doesn't matter where. Do you get your last turn? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And that's the key. We need you to take 1 more turn, so you destroy all enemies. We'll have 0 points, but it'll destroy the light infantry and take you out as well. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We need to be 1 turn faster. But how do we do that? How do we be 1 turn faster? So, I mean, we absolutely need to do this first, I think. The only way we're getting rid of you in turn 1. Then, we do the... Wait, Wagenberg next. That has to be the way that we deal this damage. I think it's still War Wagon, right? I think it's still the War Wagon.
You can try to win them all.
Get this damage here. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's... How much damage do we need? No, we don't... No, I think that's the problem. Hold on. I think that's the problem. Is, let's forfeit here. For restart. I think that's overkill on the damage, and what that does is that slows down the next round of damage. I think that's the problem. So we go here. Then we go, again, not War Wagon, Wagenberg. So all we need here is just a tiny bit of damage. So we play you instead.
Just take the whole finger.
So we have enough damage, just enough damage to do that. Then we get the lesser Dow out here. And so now what we can do is we go War Wagon.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Then we're gonna want to, oh, do we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might have been a mistake. Do you want to go with the Arbalest? That was one of the reasons why we had done that previously. War Wagon earlier was to set up the quick Arbalest play. The Arbalest is the one that's going to destroy this, not the Wagenberg. I think. We might have erred. Hold on. We can destroy light infantry with the Lyria and Rivia if we want to. Not sure if that's going to be the answer, per se, but, okay. Once again, I don't really think we wanted to do that, but wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oh, hold on, we do this. We do this. That's just enough damage. Gets you guys out there, but then, yeah, no, hold on. Now we go Reynard.
We must trust each other.
Resets the order ability. It's still too slow. It's still too slow. Because there's the Dow, sure. I mean, one of these guys in for good measure, but it doesn't matter at this point. As we do this, and it's still not quick enough. It's still not quick enough. So, in that case, I mean, now I feel like we're just, you know, I'm not sure. I feel like I need to write it down what the exact order of operations we've done in the past is, because at this point it's more or less just trial and error, right? But, I mean, short of deliberately using the Arbalest to destroy the War Wagon, or the light infantry that the War Wagon spawns in, not sure what major changes we can make. Obviously, we're really close. But, I still think this is probably the answer here. So that we aren't going overkill on our damage. That gets the Dow. Lesser Dow, that is. So then, the thing here is that there's no way for us to destroy this card on this turn. And I think by definition, that means that that is too slow. Perhaps? Perhaps. I think we restart. It looks really simple, and it is in many ways. But it's just, it does seem to require perfect execution. It does seem to require perfect execution. Do that. We do, I mean, unless there's a way to immediately destroy both these guys on this turn, because of course going the Wagenberg here does require a turn of setup first. But that may still be necessary, because obviously Arbalest can't destroy those guys in one turn by itself. So now, I think we do go with War Wagon, based on what we were saying before. We needed a little bit more in the way of setup. Take this guy out in one turn. So we go and we do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the Arbalest, play the Arbalest, that's 6 damage. That's more than we need, so let's move you out for now. And do this. So then, we have 5 apiece, so we need to destroy these guys on this turn? Yes, we do. So we go here. We go, and this is not going to be enough, is it?
Her Majesty
Here.
knows what she's doing.
We're going to be 1 short. Do that. If we were able to destroy these guys with this order ability, then we would have just enough time to make it happen. But we need Forager. Just want a leader ability. We need the Forager to give us enough damage to do so. This obviously doesn't destroy them. So we do this, but this doesn't change things at all.
They're quite fresh.
Still get you, and we need to do this 1 turn faster. And at least at the moment, I mean, maybe it's obvious here, but at the moment, it is, I mean, we've highlighted a few times when we've been not able to destroy a card on the same, or we haven't had turns in which we've destroyed a card. I think it more or less means you have to destroy a card every single turn, or very close to it. So Wagenberg does take up 1 turn to set up, and that does, I don't know. I think we might need to come back to this one on a later occasion. Didn't see it coming. Did not even see it coming. Well, at least now we know that it exists. So I think we save that one for a future occasion. And, you know, maybe when we have the music going, working in our favor, then luck will be more on our side here. But I'll have to think about that one a little bit more. So with that being said, I think this is a good place for us to wrap up here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.